back to my channel. If you are new here, then hello and welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm really excited about today's video. We are doing my highlighter collection. Highlighter is something for me that I am constantly purchasing, whether it's palettes, individuals. I want all of the highlight and I'm always buying new highlighters. I actually just went through and got rid of, not even kidding you guys, probably like 20 highlighters. So this is a condensed collection and it's still very, very large, so I do not want to ramble very much because I know that this video is already going to be super long, but really quickly, we do have a schedule now. I am posting on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so make sure that you guys are subscribed so you don't miss out on any future videos. I also have a giveaway going on right now for a bunch of fun products. I will link that down in the description box so you guys can go ahead and enter. Without further ado, let's start this video. Staring at this giant pile of highlighters is giving me some serious anxiety knowing that I'm going to go through every single one of them, but we're going to do it. We're going to get through it. So I'm going to go ahead and just start digging into them. So the first one that I have is Flexitarian from ColourPop. I really enjoy ColourPop's formula of their highlighters. They are one of my favorites. They kind of have like this wet, dewy look to them, and I really, really like that. I also use these a lot as a base, so I will put this underneath like a powder highlight, and I love the way that that looks. Next thing in my collection is the Glow and Bronze palette from Pixie. I've showed this to you guys before, but it's a really, really pretty palette. It has 3 different highlighters in it, so that's why I wanted to show it to you guys. I really enjoy this highlighter palette. I really like the bronzers in it too. Next, I have a couple highlighters from Makeup Revolution. These are their strobe highlighters. I have 2 different ones. I know when I did go through my highlighters and kind of get rid of them, I did get rid of quite a few of these. These are the ones that I like the most out of theirs. Actually, I do have a shimmer brick that I like the most, but these are ones that I definitely enjoy using. I did literally have their entire collection. Actually, these little heart ones that are like right next to me over here, you can see those are highlighters too. I forgot to include these in the videos, but those are from Makeup Revolution. Not a huge fan of them, that's why I display them because I just feel like they're not the best, but they have some really pretty highlighters. Like I said, I do have that shimmer brick one that I'm about to show you guys that is literally the prettiest highlight. But they're pretty, like they're pretty. They're pretty nice. They are very pigmented and like I said, they're very inexpensive, so yes. On to another palette, I have the Alchemist Holographic palette from Kat Von D. I was obsessed with this palette. I haven't used it in quite some time, but it is so pretty. The colors in it are so pigmented and just like iridescent, and yeah, like I don't even know what else to say, but they're so pretty and I really, really like this. I saw that she just came out with a new highlighting palette and I was half tempted to buy it, but I literally have so many that I was like, don't do it, Molly. Don't do it. Next ones I want to show you guys are actually from UNIWIGS. I just got their little holiday collection, so these are their little mini highlighters. How cute are these? So I got Topaz, I have Citrine, and then I also have, which one is this? Rose Quartz. So these are just like their little mini highlighters. I have only one of their full size and I absolutely love it. So that's why when I saw that they had this little like set that I could get, I was really excited about it because I love the formula of their highlighters. The one that I have here is from Laura Geller. This is their Peach Glow. This one isn't my absolute favorite, but it is a pretty highlight. I really like the Gilded Honey. I have that one. I'll show you guys in a second. But I do have this one, and then I know I have another one from her too, but they're pretty. They are definitely like more subtle, which for me isn't always necessarily what I look for in a highlighter, but the days that I do, these are good for that. Next highlighter I actually just got. This is from e.l.f. and it is the White Pearl. I picked this up a couple of days ago on their website and look at how pretty it is. I'm so excited to actually use it. It feels really buttery and this was like $2. So if I'm gonna like it, like I think I will, here's the swatch of it. I am definitely going to have to pick up more of these. I think there was a couple other colors too, but $2, you guys, like that looks pretty pigmented, I don't know. Highlighting palette that I have is from Becca, and this is their Apres Glow Face Palette. I do have a full review on this palette as well as their Alights palette. I will link that down below if you guys want to see it. But here's what that palette looks like. It's really, really pretty, and I adore Becca's highlighters. They're one of my absolute favorite formulas, and I really, really just love that I have it all in one compact. Next highlighter I have is from Makeup, and this is their holographic stick, and this one is in Supernova. This is a really, really fun highlighter. I love the purple because it's just so fun and iridescent. Mine is very dirty. I must have like applied it on top of my foundation or something, but yeah. These are definitely fun. I want to get more of them because I just have this one shade and I definitely want to try more from them. Next, I have a couple of little liquid highlighters from Benefits. I just got sent these. I have the Sunbeam and the High Beam. I actually have not used them yet, so I am wanting to try them because I've always wanted to. I've heard really good things about them, and I actually really like the applicator on them because it's like super easy to just apply them. And I know a little bit goes a long way, so I'm excited to give these ones a try. What I have here is from Sephora, and this is the Radiant Luminizing Drops, and this one is in an ultra light. These are really, really good, you guys. I actually really like using them, and I really like the applicator on them as well, and they're fairly inexpensive. I think they're like $14 or so, but they're really, really good. Next highlighter I have is from MAC, and this is the Beaming Blush Highlight. This is actually my only MAC highlighter, believe it or not, and this is so pretty. I really, really, really like the packaging as well, and it's just a really, really pretty highlight. Next one that I have is from Hourglass, and this is the Luminous Light, and here is what it looks like. I actually purchased it to wear it on my wedding day, and I did like it. It definitely is that much softer highlight. Like, it's nothing that's going to be blinding. Like, you'll see it right here. You can hardly see it. It's definitely one of those like subtle, just kind of like luminous face highlight that isn't really meant to be a crazy beaming highlight, which is what I personally like. So I don't really reach for this one very often. I think it would be really, really pretty though on brides, which is why I purchased it. The one I have is really fun. This is the Mermaid Glow, and this is from Lottie London. I just did a PR unboxing from them, and this is one of the highlighters that they sent. I actually haven't used it yet, and I don't want to touch it because I do want to photograph it, but I thought it was so fun. It looks like really cool, fun colors, and I really like that it has the little stars in there too. I think that's different. What I have is from Maybelline. This is their Master Chrome Metallic Highlight, and this one is in Molten Gold. This is such a great, great drugstore highlighter. It's so perfect. Like, it's the perfect gold. It's so pigmented. Let me show you guys. I'm running out of room here, but I'll put it right here just so you guys can see. Like, look at how pigmented that is. It's so freaking pretty, and they just came out with a bunch of other ones, so I'm wanting to pick those up. I think they have like a purple one, and I'm really excited to try more from this collection. The thing I have are my Peach Light Matte Strobe Creams. I have two of the same color. I'm not really sure why, but these are really, really great to put on underneath your foundation to just give your skin a very subtle, beautiful glow, and I love using them for that. They're also really great to put kind of on your neck and stuff like that. So these are really, really good. We have a couple more highlighters from ColourPop. So I have the Scrumptious, and then I also have Fanny Pack. And they're really pretty. I don't really use Scrumptious that often just because it is more of a pink highlight, but Fanny Pack is definitely really, really pretty. I do like it too on my inner corner, so I use that a lot for that. And I have it is actually from Josie Maran, and I just got this one as well. What is it called? It's just called Illuminating Veil. I'm not sure if there's an actual name, but I don't see it on here. And here's what it looks like. I actually just used it yesterday, and it was really, really pretty. I was really happy with how it turned out. It was definitely one of those softer highlights again, but you could definitely build it up, which I like. So it was very, very pretty, and it felt very light on my skin. What I have for you guys is another palette. This is the Strobe and Glow palette from Profusion. I just actually saw that they are selling Profusion in Target, and they have the entire holiday, sorry, it doesn't want to open, collection there. So here's what the palette looks like. It is so pretty, you guys, and the highlighters in here are really, really pigmented, and Profusion is an affordable brand. I think that this retails for like $9.99, I want to say. So if you guys have a Target near you, I would say go and run and pick this up. You can also get it on their website, but this is part of their holiday collection, and it's just a really great palette. You get a ton of highlighters in here, and then it has the brush too, which is really fun. Moving on, I have all of the liquid glows from Anastasia. So I have Oyster, Peach Fuzz, Perla, and Bronze. I have all four of them. I believe that's all that they have in the collection. I like these. I'm not in love with them. I need to reach for them more often because I haven't used them a ton, but they are pretty. They are definitely one of those things that I feel like I personally layer. So I'd put them on first, and then I would apply a powder highlight on top. And I'm just saying, it's like freaking freaking blizzard outside. Like, why? Oh my God, I just realized it's literally like snowing so hard, and it wasn't like 2 seconds ago. Does anyone else hate winter? Like, I just hate it. I live in Michigan, and our winters here are like pretty rough, so yeah, I'm not excited, and it's really coming down. So I figured to save time, I would share them all at once. These are all of my Ofra highlighters. So I have the Beverly Hills highlight. So here's what that one looks like. I really, really love Ofra's highlighter formula. They're really nice, really buttery, and they are such really, really pretty highlighters. So this is Bali. I haven't used this one as much. It's newer to my collection. I also have Blissful, which is one of my favorites. I'd say this is probably my favorite out of all of Ofra's highlighters. I also have this one. This is Illuminating Blush Strips. And I don't use this one as often, but it is pretty cute. And definitely really pigmented again. I have a couple more. I know I have a lot of them. This is Rodeo Drive. I know that they do have like a palette where you can get a bunch of the highlighters in there. I would definitely say invest in that because they have some really great highlights. This is Everglow. This is the one that they did with Nikki Tutorials, and this is also in my holiday giveaway. I have that put in there, so if you guys want to enter, I'll leave the link down below. Another palette that I have is the Gleam Glow Kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Here is what it looks like. I really love the Mimosa in here. That's probably my favorite one. I also use Crushed Pearl a lot. You can see that it's pretty dented. This was the first glow kit that I actually ever got from them, and I really enjoyed using it a bunch when I first got it. I don't really reach for it that much anymore, but I definitely should. Another liquid highlighter, this is from Profusion again, and this is the Way to Glow Liquid Illuminator. Really cute color. I like it because it's got like a pink to it. Let me just show you guys. But it's really blinding. I put it right here if you can see. I like using this like on my shoulders. This one that I have is from Benefit, and this is the Twinkle Dandelion Highlight. I just got this from them, so I really haven't had a chance to use it. So I do want to try it. I kind of played with it a little bit, but I do want to try it a little bit more. Look at this cute little guy. It's a mini Gilded Honey from Laura Geller. Isn't this cute? I got it as like one of those perk something or another's at Ulta, but it's such a cute little guy. I have the full size. Where is my full size one? Here it is. Yeah, this is my full size Gilded Honey. Gilded Gunny. It looks a little bit like it's had better days. It's pretty rough looking. But this is one of my favorite highlighters like of all time. It's such a pretty blinding highlight. When I say blinding, I mean you could like beam to the gods. This is blinding. Okay, and now it's just like barely snowing. Like there's just like little trickles of snow. I don't get it. It's like we go from a freaking blizzard to just like, it looks so pretty and peaceful and holiday-like. The palette I have for you guys is from Morphe. This is the Dee palette. I think it's like Dangerous. Oh, I can never say her name. Dangerous something it's in collaboration with, but here's what it looks like. I actually really like this palette. I don't use it a ton. I mean, it's pretty nice. I just feel like I just don't reach for it. I don't really know why, because I love using palettes, so I'm not really sure like why I don't reach for it, but I never really do. So I need to put this like on my desk so I actually pick it up. Next one that I have is the Dewdrops from Marc Jacobs. I think it's called Do You. These are good. Really, really good. I use this a lot for in the summertime. I put it on my shoulders, and I use it a lot to just kind of get like a really pretty natural looking summertime glow, and these are really, really good for that. They are a bit pricey, but I promise you a little tiny bit. It has a little pump, goes a long way. Like you just do like the teensiest little pump and it will cover you. One of my favorite drugstore highlights, this is the Sunset Strip from Physicians Formula. I can't get it open. Okay, here's what it looks like. Such a pretty, I keep saying pretty, I swear to God, I say it one more time. Pretty highlighter, pretty highlighter, pretty highlighter, but that's like what I think about when I think about highlighters. I'm like, pretty. I need to like widen my vocabulary. When I edit my videos, I'm like, oh my God, Molly, you say this word one more time, I swear. And then it's like, again. Okay, this is a beautiful highlighter, guys. This is the Sunset Strip Bronzing Highlighter from Physicians Formula. And I really like it because you can kind kind of mix them all together and get like a really cute highlight. I was gonna say pretty. With it, or you can kind of just use like one at a time. I really like that first shade. So I'll show you guys. So here's the, here's the first one, and then we'll do the other one over here. But here's like that one. So it's just a really, really inexpensive highlighter that has a good punch to it. So I would definitely recommend looking these. I think they have a couple of different ones too, like other bricks. So I have more from Profusion. I think this was also part of a holiday collection. These are their loose highlighters. I don't really have a name on them. I know they came in that set, the Born to Glow. It was a whole set and had brushes in it and everything. So I think that that's what they came in. But they are really blinding. Like when you use them, let me see here if I can get a little bit. And you see how pigmented that is? And when you apply them, they feel just like really smooth and just like butter. Like they're really good. A dose of colors, I have the Merani and Frigo. This is in collaboration with Desi and Katie. I know that this collection sold out and these were limited edition, so I know that you can't purchase them anymore, but they're really, really gorgeous highlighters. I've definitely well used mine. They feel really buttery and I really enjoy the formula. Next, I have some highlighting sticks I want to share with you guys. We have one from Benefit. This is the What's Up highlighting stick. This was actually the first product I ever purchased from Benefit. So it's kind of sentimental to me because I have such a great relationship with the people over at Benefit now. So yeah, I love it. The only thing I don't love about this is the other side. It has like this weird stamp sponge kind of a thing that you're supposed to use to apply it. I never use that. I just use like my finger, or sometimes you can even apply it like directly on your face. Next one I have is from Essence, and this is the Cream to Powder Effect highlighting stick, and this one is Light Up Your Life. Really, really cute. I love Essence. They have really great affordable products, so if you are looking for an affordable brand, they are really great. The next one is from Palladio. I can never pronounce this brand, but it's a nice highlighting stick. This one is I'm Glowing. The last one I have is from NYX. This is the Dose of Dew. And I really like that this one is like slanted. I feel like that's super easy to use. I have a Wet n Wild highlighter. This is from their Rainbow collection. And this is the Bronze Over highlight. When I originally got this one, I didn't think that I was gonna like it, but when you mix them all together, it makes such a gorgeous highlight. The one I have is from Catrice. This is the Champagne Campaign, okay, highlight. The one I have is Champagne Pop from Becca. Everybody has this highlighter, I feel like. It's definitely a staple. It's definitely, when you're looking for a gold kind of melting into your skin highlight, this is what I always pick up. From Galactic, we have one of their face glows, and this is in Luster. It's actually what highlight I'm wearing right now, so this is what is on my face, and here's what it looks like. It looks very pink in the pan, but as you can see, it kind of gives a little bit, it has a little bit of a pink to it, but nothing too crazy. So I'm a fan of this formula. I have this little guy from e.l.f. and this is, I think it's called their Whipped highlighter. I'm not really sure. It doesn't really have a name on it. It just says Golden Peach. I'm not really sure what it's called, but it's just like a little tube and it kind of comes out and it's a liquid. This is $1. It's actually pretty good. Okay, I'm starting to lose my steam here. We still have a ton to go. I have some highlighters next from Wet n Wild. We have a couple of highlighters from them. I have this one, which is their Precious Petals, and then I also have the Crown of Canopy. They have a really great formula with their highlighters and they are very inexpensive. Another shimmer brick. This is the one I was telling you guys about earlier. This is from Makeup Revolution and this is the shimmer brick in Radiant. I adore this. When you mix them together, it is so pretty. I actually purchased this during the Sephora VIB sale. These are the Cover Effects, I think they're called the Illuminating Custom Enhancer Drops. Okay. And it came with a set of 4 of them, so I want to try them out more. I know I've used a couple. I think Celeste or Celestial or something is the one that I use the most. I had like a sample thing of it and I used it all the way up. So when I saw that the set was on sale, I know they're just little minis, but I had to pick it up because I think it was a great way to try the other ones. I think this whole set was like I want to say $42, I think. And one on their own is $42. So it's kind of a way for me to try all of them without committing to such a large bottle. Speaking of bottled highlighters, I have these from Eloise. We have their Get Glowed highlighters. I have all three of them. We have the 24 karat gold. I have Ice Queen, which is my favorite. And then we also have Blushing, which is also really pretty. I really enjoy using these. The only thing that I don't love is I feel like the packaging on them is like a little bit cheap because they don't really like come out very well. So I feel like I kind of have to like really try to get some out of there. That's the only thing that I don't love about these. But I debated on including this or not because it's a Master Bronze palette from Maybelline. It does have one highlight in there, which is why I wanted to mention it. The highlighter in there is actually really pretty, but it's mostly just a bronzing palette. But I do think that the highlighter is worth mentioning. Really great formula again, and I think that this is something you guys should check out. The bronzing shades in there are really, really good. The palette I have is the Becca palette with Chrissy Teigen. Here's what it looks like. To be honest with you guys, I really never picked this highlighter up, this highlighting palette up, barely ever. It is a pretty highlighting palette. I just didn't really think that the shades in it were really good on my skin tone in particular until I watched a video from Desi Perkins, and she was explaining the way that she uses this highlighting palette, and now I'm kind of obsessed. So what she does is she puts the shade, this first shade here, kind of as a blush, but just like a higher blush, and it gives a really pretty, just perfect, like that kind of face glow, luminous look to your face, and just kind of, I think that that's a really good idea. Another highlighter that I have is the Opal from Becca. This is a mini one. Now I have the full size, but I don't see it here on the table, so I'm not really sure where in my room it is, but I do own the full size as well as this tiny little mini guy. This is one of my absolute favorite highlighters from Becca. I think it probably is my favorite. For my skin tone, it's perfect. It just gives a really pretty natural looking highlight. A couple of palettes for you. I have the Shimmer Squad from Lottie London. I just opened this in my PR packaging, so I really haven't even used it yet. I did swatch it in that video, but I have yet to actually try it on my face. I need to put it out, so I will remember to do so. Next one that I have is the Tarteist Pro Glow palette from Tarte. I adore this palette. Mine looks pretty beat up. If you guys haven't ever tried Tarte's highlighters, they're really, really great. And the smell of this palette is just amazing. A couple more from ColourPop. I have Electric Slide and Glazed. Glazed is one of their kind of, I don't know the word for it, but it has like the swirl in it. It is definitely a pretty highlighter. And then Electric Slide is one of my favorites. This was actually one of the first things I ever bought from ColourPop, and you can tell that I've actually hit pan, which for me, I normally never hit pan on things just because I have so much. A couple highlighters from Motive Cosmetics. We have their Starshine highlights, which is really, really gorgeous. And then I also have their Bombshell highlight, which is just as pretty. This one is a little bit dark for my skin tone, but they are definitely really pigmented. I really love Motive Cosmetics. I feel like they're super underrated and their products are incredible. And I have a couple more palettes from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I have their Sugar Glow Kit. This one just recently came out. Really nice. I actually haven't even wanted to pick up some of the other glow kits that have came out, but when I saw this one, I just had to have it because I thought the shades in it were just like really, really quite gorgeous. I also have Aurora, which is one of my favorite highlighting palettes that I own. Mine is definitely beat up again, but I'm all about these crazy iridescent kind of palettes. So for me, I use this all the time. And actually, Luna is a color that you can use for like everyday highlight, and it looks really good on my skin tone. But this blue, like, there, the pile is kind of starting to dwindle. I have a couple of highlighters from Thrive Cosmetics. I have Liberty and Dawn. So this is Liberty, and then this one here is a darker highlighter, and this one is Dawn. What's really cool about Thrive Cosmetics is that they actually donate a product for every product that is purchased to women who are thriving through cancer or domestic violence. In my Messy Little Z palette, I do have my Jaclyn Hill Becca palette. I actually had an accident with my palette. My mirror actually shattered all over, so I had to depot them and put them in this little Z palette from Sephora. Next, from Huda Beauty, I have a couple of her highlighters. This is their 3D highlighting palette. So this one here is the Pink Sands edition. And here's what it looks like. I have used it quite a bit. I wouldn't say that I reach for it too often. And then this one is Golden Sands. I definitely don't think you would need both of them in your collection, and if I was choosing one, I think I would choose the Pink Sands editions just for my skin tone. I have another liquid highlighter. This is Sunbeam from NYX, and this is their liquid illuminator. Mine is actually almost gone. I really like the formula of this guy. Another highlighter from Laura Geller. This is the Ballerina highlight. Here's what it looks like. I don't use this one a bunch just because I feel like it doesn't really look that great on my skin tone. It's definitely pretty and would be really good on darker skin tones, but on me it's just a little bit too much of almost like a bronzing shade. This one I have is the Mary Luminizer from The Balm. Just to give you guys one highlighter that I think you need to have or that you should purchase, or even a first highlighting purchase, it would be this one. It is definitely one of those highlights that just makes you feel just pretty. It just gives such a luminous, natural looking highlight, but it's still very strong, but it's buildable, so it doesn't have to be strong. It really looks good on like everybody's skin tone, and it's just one of those things that just makes you feel happy. And their packaging is so cute too. I have is from Wet n Wild. This is their color icon. It says it's a bronzer, but it's in Reserve Your Cabana. I actually saw Kathleen Lights talking about it, and she uses it as a highlight. So the thing that I use this for is actually for like more of a all over. Look at how pigmented that is. It's crazy. Put it right here. Like, you see how pigmented that is? I use it more for like an all over glow. So if I want to do it kind of all throughout my face, I will do that. Sorry, my neighbor's looking at me like, what are you doing? Yeah. I just moved into the sub, so they don't really know like what I do. So when I'm sitting here talking to myself in front of my giant window, they're kind of like, who's that girl? I have is from Essence, and this is the Pure Nude Highlight. If you guys are looking for something that is really subtle but still looks highlighted, this is a really great one. I really like them because they have really great affordable prices. And more highlights from Makeup Revolution. We have their Ultra Strobing Balms. So I have two different ones here. The formula on these is actually really cool. It's more of like a cream highlighter. So we have, this one is Hypnotic, and then we also have this one, which is Utopia I think it's called. Highlighter I have from e.l.f. This is the Moonlight Pearls highlighter. This one is one of my favorites because it is really blinding and it's really inexpensive. e.l.f. is one of those affordable brands that I love. Kiss, this is the Halo Strobing Palette. Here's what it looks like. I really haven't used this one too much. I do want to definitely pick it up more often. The Genius Strobing Palette from NYX, and here's what that one looks like. It's a good palette. I do really enjoy it. I think the colors in it are really pretty. The one that I have is from Kevyn Aucoin, and this one is their Neo Limelight highlight. The pans in here are so big, and it's just such a pretty packaging. The highlight really doesn't blow me away. It's definitely a really buttery and pretty milled down formula, but in my opinion, they're just not really that pigmented. Like, that's my swatch of it. You can like barely see it. But the packaging is really cute, but I'm just like not the biggest fan of the formula. Great highlighting palette if you're looking for one of those kind of crazy killer watt highlighters. This is the Soulless palette from Sleek Makeup. I have is from Smashbox. This is their Spotlight palette, and this is the Pearl one. I think they have a couple of different ones. And here's what the inside looks like. This is a really great highlighting palette. I think that the highlights in here are definitely really pretty. Highlighting palette I have is from Stellar Beauty, and this is their Umbra highlighting palette, and here is what it looks like. I really like this first shade here. It's so gorgeous. Guys, we did it. These are our last two highlights of the collection. I have the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Illuminating palette, and this is in Catwalk Pink. I really like this one. It's really inexpensive too. I think it's like $3 or $4. And the last one of my collection is from the Rainbow collection with Wet n Wild, and this is the Everlasting Glow, which was my favorite one actually from the collection. I really like using them individually, and I like rubbing them all together and making a great highlighter. Okay, if you made it to the end of the video, then you guys are true rock stars, because that was a long one. My hands are glowing and I need to wipe all of this highlighter off. I also wiped a lot of my pants, so yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed seeing my highlighting collection. It's definitely one of my favorite things to purchase and favorite thing to own. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys real soon.